Welcome to Bold Moves. On this show, we bring you a different perspective that is focused on the opportunities, innovations, and climate and energy leadership in many developing countries around the world. Today, we travel to West Africa, where we will learn more about the bold moves that Ghana is making toward their energy transition. Ghana has one of the highest electrification rates in sub-Saharan Africa, with 86% of the population now electrified. In addition to closing the remaining electricity access gap, Ghana is also prioritizing emissions reduction through efficiency measures, increasing overall power supply to levels that support economic development. And Ghana is also aiming to attract investments into their renewable energy manufacturing industry. Ghana, along with many of the countries we are profiling in this series, is a climate action leader in the region, with plans to achieve net zero carbon emissions by 2060. To learn more, I will now hand over to my colleague who is in Ghana, and he will host the next segment where we will learn more about the exciting work being done in Ghana to transition their energy systems.
Thank you, Sherry. Welcome everyone to the Ghana Energy Transition Office here at the Presidency. Our focus today is to show you the remarkable projects being pioneered across the country in support of Ghana's plan to decarbonize and build back greener, economically stronger, and to achieve net zero carbon emissions by 2060. Ghana's Energy Transition and Investment Plan, which was launched by the President of Ghana on the sidelines of the United Nations General Assembly in September 2023, serves as a roadmap for the country's net zero ambitions. Under the Energy Transition and Investment Plan, Ghana intends to diversify its energy portfolio, increase the role of renewables, and reduce energy intensity too. Importantly, the plan details the technical assistance and investments across key sectors that will be needed for the government to achieve its vision of a greener and more efficient energy future. Here in Ghana, an interministerial committee stewards most of the work that is being supported by Sustainable Energy for All and its partners. I paid a visit earlier to the Minister for Energy, who co-chairs it, to shed more light on Ghana's plan. And here's what he had to say.
The Energy Transition and Investment Plan for Ghana is designed to be a whole of government and a whole of country approach, ensuring that it is created with inputs from various stakeholders and adopted by the entire nation. The plan recognizes the need to balance the imperative of reaching net zero emissions with the goal of rapid economic development and a just transition. The Energy Transition Committee, as established, plays a crucial role in providing inputs, insights, and guidance throughout the process. It helps align the interests and priorities of different government entities, ensuring that the plan reflects collective vision and objectives of the entire government. These aspirations of the plan are aligned with the Sustainable Development Goals 7 and 13, which focuses on ensuring access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern clean energy for all, and taking urgent action to combat climate change and its impact. By setting a net zero emissions target and aligning with the international investors' expectations, Ghana's vision and aspirations out of the ETIP demonstrate its commitment to sustainable development, climate action, and a transition to a low-carbon future.
Now let's turn to the future. And by that, I mean quite literally the next generation of young energy sector leaders. Africa is home to the largest population of youth under 30 in the world, and Ghana sees this as an opportunity to provide youth with the skills that they will need to drive future economic and development growth. SEforALL is supporting through a Women in STEM trainee program that provides job shadowing and skills-based training to young women in the energy sector. Let's listen in on my conversation with a trainee in this program to learn firsthand about its impact.
My name is Evelyn Valerie Messibah, a trainee with the STEM Technical Training Program with SEforALL. This program focuses on training the youth, especially women, to equip them with skills and knowledge necessary to pursue careers in the sustainable energy sector. What the Energy Transition Investment Plan means to me as a youth, a woman, and a STEM advocate is the Energy Transition Investment Plan focuses on strategic investment in critical areas such as solar panels, electric vehicles, and batteries. And this will in turn create more job opportunities, especially for the youth. It's not only about that, but it's about being a part of a transformative journey that would usher Ghana to a greener, more sustainable future.
SEforALL is also supporting Ghana on its energy efficiency measures and the implementation of its National Cooling Action Plan. Combined, these are among the most cost-effective options for reducing carbon emissions and cooling buildings, homes, and cities. SEforALL and its partners plan to support the government of Ghana with capacity building needs and data-driven policy, especially for passive cooling in buildings and cities, as it implements its National Cooling Action Plan and works to deliver sustainable cooling for all.
Greetings, I'm Anant, Wadhwa, working as Energy Data Specialist at Sustainable Energy for All. Today, I want to talk to you about the This is Cool Challenge 2023. This year's challenge, second of its series, was designed to promote innovation from the young innovators less than 35 years of age, to promote access to sustainable cooling solutions in the fields of food, nutrition, and agriculture, for thermal comfort, for healthcare and vaccines cold chains, and integrating cooling with artificial intelligence and Internet of Things. We received over 200 entries from all over the world, mostly from the global south, from countries like Ghana, Kenya, and others. Sustainable Energy for All is sponsoring the winners of each stream to travel to COP. Each of the winners would get $5,000 of prize money, and one of these 4 winners would get additional $5,000 funding to make this idea into a reality. The youth of today are the leaders of tomorrow, and we want the youth to give us solutions based on their region's preferences and eventually globally. We want them to provide us solutions for sustainable cooling and for the climate. We want them to lead and to take charge. With over 1.2 billion people lacking access to cooling, it is not a matter of luxury. It is a matter of equity, and it should be provided to all.
SEforALL is also continuing to support the government of Ghana's cooling and energy efficiency ambitions by convening the Mission Efficiency Community of Practice, which fosters coordination and cooperation among cooling and energy efficiency stakeholders, including connecting project developers with finance. Let's listen to my discussions with some of these important partners.
Hello, my name is Hubert Zan. I'm the Assistant Manager in charge of Energy Efficiency Regulations at the Energy Commission. The Energy Commission is a regulatory organization backed by Parliament to be able to make sure that the judicious use of energy is done in a proper manner. And so far, so good. Energy Commission as an institution has found means of working with other agencies, which includes the Sustainable Energy for All. As part of the mandate of the Commission, we have come up with what we call standards and labeling of appliances. And these appliances include cooling and refrigeration. So standards and labeling were passed for refrigerators, air conditioners, but as technology goes on, we need to revise these regulations. The Energy Commission is making a lot of efforts when it comes to appliance standards, specifically cooling and electrical appliances. We have realized that cooling is no more a luxury. If you look at the way temperatures are moving, every home at least wants to have a fan or an air condition. And that is the main reason why regulations have been developed in this space. It's important to note that these standards and regulations that have been developed are supposed to streamline and transform the appliance market to avoid substandard goods from coming into the country, as well as enabling consumers to be able to have appliances that will serve their purpose in their homes. So accessibility is important. Getting the product in the market is important. Getting the durable products in the market and efficient ones are also important. And that is why the Energy Commission is working with the Ghana Standards Authority to develop the standards, which have been passed into law now. And now we are in the phase of enforcement, where we are collaborating with the customs to be able to make sure that products entering into the country meet the minimum energy performance standards as set by the regulation. We have added 17 new appliances into the space of efficiency. And with the support of SEforALL, a lot of awareness is being created, workshops are being organized with importers and stakeholders, and we think this is the way to go, to be able to make sure that the Ghanaian public, the businessman, understands the durability and quality of products that they are bringing into the country, as well as the consumer saves some money in his pocket by buying appliances that are durable, that are efficient, and less consumption on their bills.
Hi, my name is Josephine Abgeko. I work with C40 Cities Climate Leadership Group as a city advisor for inclusive climate action. My work focuses on supporting cities to integrate inclusion and equity perspectives in their climate action delivery. As part of this work, I'm supporting the city of Accra, Ghana, and Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, to provide support to and integrate informal workers into their waste and transport policy and implementation processes. This includes providing support to groups at higher risk to the climate change challenge, such as women and children, informal workers, migrant workers, people living with disabilities, and so on. Urban areas are increasingly facing environmental and ecological stress, such as heat waves, due to unprecedented, uncontrolled, and unplanned urbanization. We know that urban heating and its impacts are not experienced equally by all residents. Within cities, people living in informal settlements and low-income neighborhoods are particularly at risk of severe exposure to increased temperatures. Additionally, workers in the informal economy, such as waste sector workers, transport sector workers, and informal traders, are negatively impacted by heat stress in cities. A socioeconomic analysis of the data on heat shows that excessive temperatures occur in densely built areas where vegetation is typically lacking. These areas are often inhabited by low-income communities in low-cost dwellings. It's also useful to note that often, residents in informal settlements or low-cost dwellings exhibit a low adaptive capacity to heat stress. They generally are unable to invest in needed thermal insulation, better building materials, or active cooling. Due to greater exposure of such groups and communities, heat stress will likely exacerbate the incidence of cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, and so on. The data also predicts that there will be higher morbidity and mortality, especially among groups at greater risk, such as the elderly, very young children, and those with underlying ailments. There's also an overall impact on the economy because labor productivity is impacted across the board. SEforALL's work in Accra responds to an important urban challenge related to the dangers of prolonged heat stress in the city. Their role as a coordinator in the space, drawing in the needed expertise from organizations such as C40 Cities, relevant national policy actors, community stakeholders, and implementers of these policies in the society is very needed to build local resilience against heat stress. Be bold.
I am Ocran. I'm a green building specialist consultant at IFC. At IFC, I work on our EDGE Green Building Program. EDGE stands for Excellence in Design for Greater Efficiency. EDGE is an innovation of IFC, a member of the World Bank Group. EDGE is a software, is a standard, and a certification system. The need to reduce construction value chain emissions, which is about 40% in terms of energy and industrial related CO2 emissions, is critical, or else we will not meet the global climate goals. Energy efficiency, which is a theme that cuts across our partnership with SEforALL, is a critical part to tread. Seems like an easy option to implement with great impact, quick financial return, and a lower CO2 emissions. Largely, our collaboration with SEforALL is critical at this point in Ghana, where we have the new building code and regulations. And we are working with government, working with private sector, working with professionals to develop green buildings at scale in Ghana. We look forward to this continuous coordination with SEforALL and all other partners on green buildings in Ghana. On its journey to a greener economy, one of the most important outcomes that Ghana hopes to achieve is increased innovation. I now have the pleasure of introducing you to one of Ghana's most successful renewable energy innovators. Mr. Jorge Appiah is the embodiment of what passion, commitment, and drive can inspire in a new green economy. His company, Solar Taxi, is showing entrepreneurs what is possible in Ghana.
Hi, my name is Jorge Appiah. I am the CEO and co-founder for Solar Taxi. Energy moves everything. In our part of the world, we depend so much on energy. We at Solar Taxi, we provide affordable and clean mobility solution for the modern African. Our products include electric bikes, electric cars, and electric tricycles. We provide mobility solutions that allow the ordinary African to move from point A to point B in an affordable manner without polluting the environment. Regarding the energy transition plan, I think it's something that is coming at the right time. We have had the privilege of benefiting so much working with SEforALL. We had support through SE to helping us to drive investment through a SunRef program, through introduction. And then we have the president, CEO for SE also coming in, paying us a visit, and then helping us to sell our product also in other African countries. So with the Ghana Energy Transition Investment Plan, we see a more of a scale-up of such support that this could drive towards that. It's a policy that will help to drive the needed investment and the needed support that we need to be able to thrive in this part of the world. For us in particular, this also spell out our government commitment to making a transition to clean energy. And we know that transportation is earmarked to be one of the biggest sector for investment under the Ghana Energy Transition Investment Plan. And we, as a mobility company, providing affordable clean transportation to the Ghanaian and African, we are looking forward in taking advantage of that, being able to keep on raising investments, and then to scale up our product, and also get the right partnership that allow us to scale up our product to other African countries. At Solar Taxi, being circular is part of our being and our existence. So with every production that we do, we think about what is the life cycle of this production. The battery is one key component of our vehicle. What we have is that we have invested in a battery lab that specializes in designing, production, recycling, and repurposing of batteries. So I think we are probably the only e-mobility company currently that can do that. So when a battery life comes to an end, we are able to recycle it and repurpose it. So currently, since we don't have the value chain yet established in Ghana, we do import our battery cells from outside Ghana, mostly in China. But we know that definitely the government is strong about lithium-ion mining and production. So we have such a value chain. Hopefully, one day we should be able to have the battery cells locally here for production.
This brings me to the end of our tour across Ghana. I hope you walk away today with an inspired view of Ghana's energy transition ambitions. Now, before handing you back to my colleague at our headquarters in Vienna, I would like to end with an important piece of the puzzle, which is financing. Ghana, like many other countries, cannot transition or achieve its net zero carbon goals without additional investments. In fact, to achieve its 2060 ambitions, Ghana needs $550 billion in capital investments until 2060, as the nation's exchequer explains.
Ladies and gentlemen, citizens of Ghana, and esteemed partners from around the world, I am here before you today with immense pride and optimism as we embark on a transformative journey toward a sustainable and prosperous future for our beloved nation. It is with great pleasure that I announce our unwavering commitment to the Energy Transition and Investment Plan. In 2020, the Ghanaian government made a promise. That promise became a reality in 2022 at COP27 in Sharm el-Sheikh in Egypt, where President Nana Akufo-Addo unveiled our National Energy Transition Framework. This isn't just a document, it is a promise to every Ghanaian, guiding our shift toward a resilient and low-carbon energy future. The creation of this framework wasn't spontaneous. It's the culmination of months of consultation steered by the Energy Transition Committee. It stands as a testament to our dedication to an inclusive and fair energy transition. Ghana's current energy mix is about 3,388 megawatts of thermal power, hydro capacity of 1643 megawatts, and 112 megawatts of renewables. It is time to accelerate an aggressive push for a 10 gigawatt regional renewable project for the region to attain our net zero vision. This will be a critical JET-P project working with World Bank, DFC, private sector, and development partners. Our commitment to green energy isn't just an environmental pledge. For investors, it's an emerging opportunity. Here's a blueprint for our net zero journey. By 2060, we aim for net zero CO2 emissions made possible by our focus on renewables and electrification. This isn't just about the environment, it's a catalyst for broad-based economic growth. Realizing our net zero vision means increasing investment by 40%. This approach unveils an investment potential of $24 billion in the coming decade, with a significantly larger potential in the years to follow. As we shift towards a greener economy, we are unlocking doors to innovation, growth, and job opportunities. Sectors like renewable energy, clean technology, and green infrastructure are set to thrive, promising lucrative investment returns for all. In conclusion, I have unwavering faith in our collective strength. Together, we can position Ghana as a lighthouse of sustainability. Let's craft a future where prosperity and environmental care coexist seamlessly. I urge every Ghanaian, our global allies and partners to unite in this historic endeavor. Let's illuminate a prosperous and green future for Ghana, ensuring that we uplift every individual. I call upon all our citizens, our partners, and the global community to stand beside us as we embark on this transformative journey. Together, let us build a brighter, more sustainable future for Ghana, one that leaves no one behind. God bless you, and thank you.
Thank you to my colleague for the amazing tour of Ghana. It is truly inspiring to see all the initiatives that are underway to help the government achieve its energy transition and climate objectives. I'm Sherry Kennedy, the Director of Communications here at SEforALL, and it has been my pleasure to be with you today. I hope you can join us in the next episode of Bold Moves, where we will bring you another exciting country that is innovating its way into a cleaner and greener energy future. And if you want to learn more or to support SEforALL in our work, which includes energy transitions, along with providing universal energy access and clean cooking for all, electrifying hospitals and health centers, providing training and job opportunities for youth and young women in the energy sector, and so much more, please visit us at the website on your screen. Until next time, be well.